Hey guys, this is Alfred back with another video. It's that time of the patch again, where we run down and do a tier list of the overall meta of the game at the moment. Hopefully this video will give you guys an idea of how strong your character is in the current meta, and hopefully it will also give you guys an idea of which characters you should be looking to pull in the future based on their power level. Now before we begin this video, a few things to note. First of all, this tier list is largely based from Pridwin, so if you want the full statistics, if you want the full data, links are in the description. You can go ahead and see that website. In terms of the overall ranking and where you put each character from left to right, that is where my opinion comes from. So if you have differing opinions, please feel free to let me know in the comments below. I would like to hear what you guys think of the tier list. And lastly, I also only talk about the major updates and changes. So if you have any questions of why I put a certain character at a certain tier, please also do let me know. And with all that said, let's begin with this video. Now the first major change I have from the tier list is I have put CERYDRA in S+ tier. Now CERYDRA is actually a really niche support, so I did say from my previous video of whether you should pull CERYDRA is that she is very universally good. Now sadly it's because that she takes a while to ramp up and to make her skill really useful. That is the reason why she is very niche, and instead she prefers DPSs that have already a bunch of front-loaded damage and a bunch of base damage in their kit already, so that her skill is actually really effective. Because of this, her best DPS to buff are going to be Phynon and Annexa, and as you know, Phynon and Annexa are the top DPS in the game right now as well, and that is the reason why if a main DPS is very good, their corresponding support or harmony character is going to be equally as good as well. In addition, you can also play CERYDRA in archer teams. Although it will be a sustainless team, you are going to give up a sustain character for CERYDRA in that team, but nonetheless that is also an option. As you can see, archer is also S+ tier, and because of all these reasons, I'm putting CERYDRA in the S+ tier for now. When these characters fall off, you can expect CERYDRA to fall off as well. Another change is I have moved Isolence from the S tier to the S+ tier. I think it's pretty safe to say that more than 50% of the dot damage is coming from Isolence, and that is the reason why her importance has skyrocketed over Kafka. Don't get me wrong, both of them are equally important in a dot team, but in terms of pulling priority, which you should pull first, I still feel like Isolence is going to be the base for all dot teams. Although having Kafka will make the team much stronger, but having Isolence is still really important, and her usage even without Kafka isn't too bad, although you will still feel the pinch, but it's still kind of playable. And because of that, I have moved Isolence to S+ tier, while Kafka will still be in S tier because she's not really a DPS, she is an enabler instead for a very niche role in the game. So for now, S tier for Kafka and S+ tier for Isolence. Now one big thing I have moved, if you guys didn't realize, is I have moved the Hera from S+ tier to S tier. Most of the endgame modes, especially the last stage, you are not really going to see the Hera that much other than the pure fiction game mode. This is because pure fiction is basically where the Hera shine. She is mainly an AoE character with a bunch of massive damage to a single target, which is the best scenario for pure fiction. So because of that, the Hera's still really good in pure fiction game modes, but not really that top tier in Apocalyptic Shadow or the Memory of Chaos. I say this, but right now the Memory of Chaos as well, the Hera is actually pretty good, so if you have her, you can still play her there. Having to compete with the likes of Castris, who can be played in every single game mode, is going to be a really tall order to ask, and because of that, I will be moving the Hera from S+ to S tier. But if you want to put her at S+ tier, I still do understand, because the Hera with her light cone is really strong and very unstoppable, but we'll see in the current future where she stands over time. Now one more change I want to talk about before wrapping up this video is that I have moved the entire Break family from the A tier to the B tier. Sadly, I don't think Break is really strong in the meta right now. The meta is really focused around HP and memo sprites, so if you have to use Break teams, most of the time you will be taking up more turns, and more turns means slower run, meaning that you might not even be able to hit the max score for certain game modes. But it is still not that bad. I haven't moved them to C tier yet, but they have really fallen off, so hopefully in the future there will be more Break buffs to bring them up. But for now, I think putting them at a very safe B tier is where I would be okay with placing them. If you place them at A tier because that's really all you have, I do understand, but you have to know that break is really falling off. So if you want to be very competitive and relevant in the meta, you do need to pull for HP scaling characters and dot characters alike as well, but they will probably also face the same treatment in the future, so who knows. So with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching this quick meta rundown. If you like this kind of videos, please do leave a like. It shows me I should do more. Once again, comment down below what you would change in this tier list, and if you have any questions of the other characters, I know I don't talk too much about them because I've spoken about them before. And lastly, do subscribe. We will be doing more videos like this every patch and whenever new characters out. And with that, I will see you guys next time. Peace.